first, my name is Kenneth Bird. My company is Black Series Edition LLC. Trying to figure out what my stuff is at. Kind of frankly looking for stuff I need. Can't see something. Alright. I have to put Taco in his bed while I finish sweeping this place out a little better. I like to keep the place clean, you know. On my way to get ready for that next stage. I want this place to be the same way it was when I moved in here. I want it to be clean. I'm particular about how I leave places when I leave. So I am right now, the overhead light is having issues, which I've been having issues that day one, so it's quite interesting. It was shut down on the time we're going to be leaving here soon. Just having that little issue. Definitely see it want to trigger. But anyway, we got the Halloween screens coming up. I got my license and permission to basically advertise over in the park. So I got the green light for that. Apparently, whoever I'm basically setting up with, they can pull some strings at the end of the day. They weren't joking, they can open doors for us. So I want to do a Halloween screen right there. It's nice, it's a big area. It's got these whole wooded tree thing. It's going to be a nice little setting. Might put some pumpkins and jack-o'-lanterns out there. I mean, we get to really get a chance to do some demonstrations on some really cool levels. I'm going to be renting all over the place. I found a nice big parking lot. Huge, massive building. Fantastic for bringing up. I'm not doing a 250, I'm doing a 300 this time. We already did 250s already. I'm going to do a 300 screen. So there's areas that we can connect to. But to do some nice pictures with a Halloween screen out there with some nice jack-o'-lanterns and stuff like that, I can't wait to get started on that. We're going to probably start putting the Halloween screen kits up for sale probably around the first week of September, because we want to be ahead of the game when people are basically purchasing. People are purchasing for September, set up on Halloween the 1st, and they'll be showcasing from Halloween 1st. So, no, sorry, Halloween 1st, October 1st. This might not work. What the heck is going on with this thing? Just want to freaking run. Alright, no problem. I guess it's just meant to be. If it's meant to pop on, it's meant to pop on. It worked every day since I was here, so I guess that's the way it is now. But anyway, and then we got some new technology we're working on. I'm going to clean my paint sprayer today too. That's another thing. So I'm going to bust down and clean up my paint sprayer. Gonna have that cleaned up for the new shop. We've got a new workshop I'm going to be working at. And I got a gaming desk, a portable gaming desk I'm working on. Oh, these things are sick. As a matter of fact, I do want to add that to our list. Is that on this one? This what's new? Yeah, this has the what's new. I'm trying to figure out which one has what. I think this one has the what's new on it. Let me see. Yeah, what's new? Yeah, a portable gaming desk. That's something I'm working on right now too. I got a list of my projectors I want to get. We got a nice collection. And with the new technology we're working on, with the FLE, and we got a new technology we're working on called FSE, which is new technology that we're working on. Our new technology doesn't require us to have venue projectors. We don't really have to have those machines at the end of the day. Venue projectors were just used to show the screens for hotspotting. But it's not a requirement that we do need, because I said we have demonstrations at 1,000 lumens on our setups, so we really technically don't need to have a 1,000 lumen projector. Sorry, 4,000, 5,000 lumens. Now we're using for commercial use. Yeah, they can use that. The technology is designed to be used on big boy projectors with no problem. But I want to concentrate on more of the smaller projectors also. So. I want to put down here as another projector screen and projection setup. I want to put down tabletops. Let me see. I'm going to get this. Go over here. So it's going to be FLE. Really? Oh, microphones are down. Forgot to get the microphone off. Put some moving stuff. I didn't think I was going to be doing anything. I honestly believed I wasn't going to be doing anything else. I never know what my day is going to have. That's why I said I don't know. Took the microphones out. I want to get this set up because I'm actually going to be showing this off on site too. So how we're going to do this? Well, basically the office, like I said before, is set up for our clients. That's what the office is designed for. We bring our clients in, we can check out the technology, we can sign contracts with, and our workplace is going to be for us to develop and design new technology. Right there, and then on site is where you get a chance to see the technology. We're no longer doing any demonstrations from the shop. We're no longer doing any demonstrations from the office place at all, period, because of things we went through. People that, again, and we had to bring this up, who don't know how to respect other people's rights and they feel they need to stalk them. Keep in mind, we do have criminal charges involved in this, and there are also massive lawsuits coming toward these individuals that were involved in this activity when we were trying to work. So that's all going to be taken care of. But anyway, so we're not going to show anything at the, everything you will see is going to be showcased at the showrooms we're going to be at and expos and stuff like that. You'll see the technology there, but there'll be no recordings at the office. There'll be no recordings at the workshop where we're going to have our employees at for showing off the technology. For working on our new technology. So none of that will be shown at all, period. Let me see. Portable table. Dedicated Apex gamer. Dedicated Apex gamer. That's an HPG. I'm glad I went through my boxes because the big box over there, I left a lot of important cables. I left my sample sheets in there too on top of that. So that was going in the trash. I would have lost all my sample sheets, everything. It's a good thing I did look through that box. Maybe this overhead to run too on top of that. All right, this is another one. So this comes with, let me get to my first outside area. This is a physical screen we're working on. And this is going to come with the, it might be nice. Portable projector and RetroPie. Oh, come on now, work right. Portable projector and RetroPie. And RetroPie. I'm excited. It's coming. It'll be there pretty soon. So I'm excited. Just got to finish talking to the owners a few minutes ago. Everything is ready to go. So right now we're just finishing up last minute things that have to be done here. And then after that, that's it. Now, like I said, no more of these live streams. This is the end of it. I'm just basically putting down our last of our updates, everything that has to be done. So people don't think, oh, they disappeared. Like, no, we didn't go anywhere. We didn't disappear. We're upgrading. We're upgrading to another level. That's what we're doing. Some people may say at the end of the day, oh, no. We're upgrading to a different level. You'll see us on site in new locations, more professional locations and setups with all new technology. So yeah, we're upgrading. We're getting ready for the next platform. I want to be in the same area as the Elite Screens, Black Diamond, and all these other big companies at the end of the day. And since we do have technology that can overpower the technology, why shouldn't we be there too? So yeah, that's what we're doing. And I got plenty of people waiting for us to set up, get established, so they can come and they can lock their investments into the company. We got so much stuff we're working on. Right now, I'm working on a project for a portable table projection screen that comes with a RetroPie and Bluetooth speakers, the whole 9 yards. Can't wait to show that off on site. So you'll see a lot of this stuff on site. You'll see my new PS5 upgrade. That'll be on site. I got a special case, a hard case I designed for it. I'm actually having this built. Opens up, has a blue light that gives off inside of it. It's freaking sick. So I can take it with me when I go to set up for the new Apex game we're working on. Let me see. Now, as I said before, the other product, that Series A stuff, we don't want that. We don't want it. Look, once you get cancellations on a product, once a state is removed, an entire state, how big a state of Pennsylvania is massive. Mind you, the entire state is banned because of us due to the fact that he was scared to ship out the product. We don't need the product to show that it doesn't work. We already got proof it doesn't work. We banned the entire state of Pennsylvania, including $700 worth of orders. So if that doesn't scream my stuff doesn't work, I don't know what doesn't. So no, that's a waste of my time at the end of the day. Just poking, having some fun. Somebody wants that stuff now, period. And I'm not wasting the time to buy it, or anybody else is not going to waste the time to buy it at all, period. You're going to go through those kind of hoops and barrel rolls at the end of the day to keep a product from going down to a certain location, then it's not worth no one's time at all, period. Especially if that's the person you're supposed to be in competition with. That don't go well. So that's the end of that. All right, let me see. RetroPie. Is it spelled RetroPie that way? Let me see. RetroPie. Come on, this microphone's just back, right? RetroPie. It's all one. All right. This is our one page we have on the Christian site. Like I said, domain name is going to be changed here soon. The reason why the gunmetal was removed, because again, I said we don't need it. We don't need it because again, infinity contrast level is very important. I'm going to be preaching that a lot. Oh, I forgot, we got to set a page up for the infinity, the new technology we got. So I'm going to be talking about that a lot in every form site and every form of online display with anybody, even with interviews, why the infinity level is extremely important for home theater projection. So, yeah, there's that. And of course, Black Diamond figured it out, because if they didn't, they'd still be making another great gunmetal screen, and they don't have a great gunmetal screen, they have a black screen now. Let me see. Alright, so that's the portable system right there. We got a lot to go through. This is pretty much easy to go through. This technology is already there. We already got this. We have ingredients for every last one of these. So they're all ready to go. They're sitting over in a folder until I get around to making them. I think the first place of business, where's my information sheet? There we go. First place of business, trademark is what I'm going to go pay for. And I'm going to pay for registered copyrights. and for a provisional patent. I decided to get the provisional patent instead of getting a patent pending. Business cards, brochures, t-shirts, hoodies, hats, which I'm going to need to be on location with. I need to have my own gear on. Custom duffel bags for my projectors and any equipment I need to carry back and forth. Custom label and packaging, that's with the graphic artist. She's going to be working with the copyright attorney for all that, because everything she does is sent through them. Projectors I want for my lineup is, these are all 720p's. We don't need to use 1080p's, and we definitely don't need 4K. So we have VPL CX76. It's an XGA projector. I am going to do a 4K projector next to a 720p projector to show that you don't need a 4K projector. Because see, when you're on site, even when we're on here, we had to do those tests. That's why I bought a PX747. I bought it when they first came out. It's a 4K projector by ViewSonic with 3,500 lumens with a lens shift attached to it and 235.1 setting and a anamorphic lens attached to it. So because everybody is saying, oh, you gotta have 4K, you gotta have 4K, and we're like, no, you do not have to have 4K. If you have a proper screen that works correctly, you will not notice you have 4K or not. You won't be able to see the difference, especially if the screen's 100% black. You won't see it. And we kept getting the whole runabout saying, oh, you gotta have 4K, you gotta have 4K. So I went and bought one. Did a demonstration, 4K versus 720p, 720p versus 1080p, 5,000 lumens versus 1,000 lumens. We don't require it because we don't need them. Couldn't tell one from the other. I did several different surveys, and we did a live stream where we had the 4K on one side and we had a 720p, and they couldn't tell which was which. They kept getting them mixed up. Couldn't tell. So that tells you at the end of the day, our technology does not require 4K projectors. We can make a 720p projector look outstanding. And that saves the consumer a ton of money. Because instead of he or her going out and spending all this money for this expensive projector to fix something that the screen can't do, they don't need to spend it. Like, that's why we used, in the Quasar, we used a $10 projector. It had no HDMI ports. It had poor contrast attached to it. It was 2,700 lumens. It was an old projector. It was an XGA. It cost me $10. That's it. And I was able to take out a certified with that thing. Multiple certified. One outside, we dropped it to 1,000 lumens, 600 by 800, 720p SVGA. Mind you, when you're using 600 by 800, your res is supposed to be extremely distorted, especially if you're outside using 600 by 800 res. You have to understand the magnitude of the videos that we show off. It's not the fact that we're just out there with 600 by 800. It's the fact that 600 by 800 is the lowest res when you start getting below 240p or 480p. You start ranging that area right there. But 600 by 800 is still poor res, and especially if you're using it outside with a lot of light involved, and then at a good distance throw, this image could deteriorate extremely fast. So to be able to maintain sharp visual images outside on a projector of that caliber shows you clearly that the product is way beyond everything we ever designed and we ever tested. We didn't use none of the venues were ever used. None of the 1080p's were never used. Never had to go and purchase a 4K projector. Didn't. See, that's what I'm talking about. So what we're working with right now is the projectors we're going to be using in our lineup. We don't have to have 4K. The only time we're going to have a 4K projector, it'll be on site, and it'll do it side by side next to a 720p. To show at the end of the day, 4K is not technically required. I like when people say, well, I get 4K because I want higher resolution. When you have a screen that's 100% black, it's higher resolution. So we picked out, I like the Casio XJ. I have one of them. I like that projector. That's a M141, M1441. Philips Pico projector, the micro projector. That one is about, let's see, one's about 50 lumens, 150 lumens, one's 200 lumens. The Philips Neo Pix, definitely getting that prime too. And I'm going to pick up a Dell mobile projector, the M31AWL. That projector is 500 lumens. Now mind you, we can get 50 lumens to register off a table with no problem. 500 lumens? That's a cakewalk. We can run anything off that. Heck, we can probably run that thing outside if we want to. It's 500 lumens. It's overkill for our portable projector setup, so I'm going to pick one. So that's what I want to start working with. The Sony CX76 is a downgrade model from the Sony CX100. If you look at the numbers, it's CX100, CX76. CX76 is the lower model, but it's a smaller model. I like it. We'll pick one of those up. And of course, we'll pick up our adapters and all that stuff. All right. Let me see. I was going to place for custom bobbleheads because we need those for the gaming set. So for the gaming screens that have come out, the glass ones, I want a customized case that has the design and artwork of whatever, like we have one for the Sugar Plum Fairy. I want the entire thing graphic design with the Sugar Plum Fairy logo, a little bit of artwork in the background, something like that. Comes with its own comic books, comes with fitted hats, or let's say we put down adjustable hat. We don't know what size one's head's going to be at the end of the day. Comes with free merch, comes with some crazy cool stuff in it. So we're definitely going to add in mouse pads that glow in the dark, the ones we have over here with the LED lights on it. It'll be all customized for that particular setup only. And the glass, I would say when they coat it in, they're going to leave maybe about 2 inches of the glass exposed. So that exposed glass is going to have laser carved edging into it with fairies and designs around it to match the emblem and design of the screen. So we're going to have the emblem all edged into it. These things are going to be absolutely gorgeous. These are the gaming screens we have. So we got the Leviathan and all the rest of them. They're all going to have their own bobbleheads, giant bobbleheads. I want 24-inch bobbleheads in the casing. So these things are going to be gorgeous. So yep, we got some big plans. Big plans we're working on. Already been blessed to be able to work at some really nice places to test our technology out in commercial environments. And I plan to be in a bunch of commercial environments this winter and this summer. Alright, so let me see. Did I put it down here? You need this all there. Tripods for projectors. We'll order those too because we need tripods. Let me see. I'm going to use my wholesale license to get a wholesale catalog from Petro. This is where we get cables and wires, speakers, and all that. I might get my Bluetooth speakers over there for much cheaper than paying on Amazon. So I'm just going to get them over there. I get them wholesale. Get my little lights and everything we need. So we'll go from there. Alright, these are the new sites right here. Let's see information updates. Now, as I said before, the sites, we can't get the gunmetal anymore. Gunmetal's been discontinued as of yesterday. We don't make it anymore. And the marketplace was removed. That site is going to get ready to be turned into an information site. Crystal Edge will be where we can't give the name of the company yet, so it tries to be Crystal Edge. So it has to be Black Series Edition. Black Series Edition website is still open. We're still processing orders through that site. And the reason why we chose to take down the gunmetal site is due to the fact that the numbers for the black technology are much higher than the gunmetal, which means that site you can get ready to start converting that site over to the new name. Can't tell you the name yet because again, it has to go through a trademark and it has to go through copyrights, removing the trademark for that name. So our company's name is protected. So again, I can't say this enough. If you basically post that name anywhere, this is a trademark violation lawsuit. It's a little different from the copyright. It's much heavier penalties behind these right here. So I would advise you, give you fair warning. We're not talking about the other individuals. They're already taken care of. We'll be in court. We'll be taking them, prosecuting them, lawsuits. And we're talking about anybody else after them. I would advise you don't do it. Respect the company. At the end of the day, if you feel the need, you want to get some YouTube clout, you'll get your clout all right. You end up in a courtroom getting sued for millions of dollars, and you commit fraud against my company, you might lose some of your time on this earth. So that means that we could take some time from you. It's 30 years for committing fraud against a business. And my company has a corporate license on top of it now. So play around with the corporation, see what happens to you. But advise you, don't do that. You want to do copycats at the end of the day, but I think after we get done representing what we're going to do to these individuals in a courtroom, I think people are going to think twice about coming our with anything stupid. Which I had to execute September the 1st. I have to go in there and get that done. Go in and get that taken care of. Actually, I can do this over the week. I'll get it done because I got a lot of things I want to do. Mind you, we got 4 to 5 years to prosecute. But I want to get all this done now. Alright, let's get back to this. I need tripod stands for the projectors. Tripod stands for the projectors. And I also need an EcoFlow system because we got to be out in the park. I like that idea from the homeless person. That was an amazing idea. I never thought about that. She had one in her bag. She had a Jackery in her bag. And she took a power strip, because you want to burn out yourself. I'm kind of hesitating about putting my phone in there, because you power strip stuff out. And she plugged in a power strip, she plugged in her Jackery system, she charged it right there. That is a fantastic idea. So I'm going to get myself a little bag, put my Jackery system in it so it fits in there right nicely, put all my cables and cords in it, and then that way when I go to the park and I do demonstrations, I can basically just charge it up from there and I'm good to go. Now, as I said before, anything we do at the park, anything we do in all locations, this is all pre-recorded. I gotta spend money for this. I gotta pay an hourly rate to be at these places. So I want to make sure my video comes out nice and sharp. I do not want a robot sound or breaking up. I don't want any of that. So everything's going through recording. Getting a live stream from us now is going to be a bit rare. As for the daily walk and talk, I think the next time you may see an upload from me, it may be December. As I said before, we are going to be buried in work. Like there's no tomorrow. So yeah. And between family and friends and other things, the holidays and stuff, yeah. So I may pop up, I don't know. But other than that, I have a lot of work to do. Doesn't mean we abandoned anything or we left. That's why we put certain pages in place on the website. There is a update page you can go to and get information and see what we're working on and what we're up to, because I'll keep that updated daily. And we have another page on the other site, basically a how-to on building stuff. I got some other things I want to show you how to build, so we'll be constantly updating those pages also too. So you'll see there's activity on the page. On our YouTube channel, we're going to keep uploading the match or better or deny me not demonstrations. Keep in mind, we're going to have new demonstrations involved in that on site. They're all going to be challenges, every single one of them. We want to keep that ball going at the end of the day, because we want the naysayers to get lazy on us. Come on now. Got to keep y'all challenged. That's what we got to do. So let me see, tripod. Tripod stands for projector. And I want to get some thank you cards too. Yeah, it's a good thing we got notaries in our family. So yeah, all our contracts are cool looking. So I'm getting my contracts all custom designed for the company. I got to write them all down, and I got somebody who's going to do the design for them. Because we don't want it on regular paper. We want something different. Alright, I got that already. Alright, let me see. Until I figure out what more projectors I'm going to need. All my projectors are all portable, so we don't need anything big. Let's see. Tripod stand for projectors. Now for my office, I have ordered wireless keyboard mouse for everything. All my gaming are no wires. I don't want any wires on my desk. I don't want none at all. Headsets are all wireless. I got a stand, got the face on it, put the headsets on, all that. The entire office is wrapped around cyberpunk. I'm a big fan of cyberpunk. So yeah, LED lights, all that stuff. The floor is basically gonna have a match system put into it with projector system, so I can project koi fish on my floor. My desk, we don't have any monitors on the desk, so I went out and got myself some plexiglass. Plexiglass, I think it's 24 by 38, something like that. It's a good size screen. But anyway, they're about 40 inches, and I got the stands with them, and I'm going to basically put AdTech technology into it. So that way I can use my 50 million projectors that I'm ordering, they can project through the back of them. So I have a stand system that connects out from the back of my it's like a rack system where I can slide the projectors back and forth. and it sits up there and it allows me to be able to shoot my projectors right through the back of my screen. So I can operate this huge long screen that wraps around my desk. I can break it down by the projectors of what I project on. I put 2 projectors on it, 3 on it, whatever. It's a multi-system setup that I designed. So that's what I'm hooking up in my office. This thing is going to be freaking amazing when I get done with this thing. So I picked up the desk I wanted. We'll have to do some modification to it. So I'll be taking the top part off because I don't want to do any sawing or cutting in that environment. I got a workshop that I actually purchased for doing my jobs at. Small things I want to do. And I'll be transporting the top of my desk down there so I can go down there and cut up the top. I want to put a peekaboo window up in there with some plexiglass, and then the entire desk is actually one big projection screen. But I do want a peekaboo system. The whole entire desk is going to run off Pico projectors, little tiny machines. That's it. Because when people come in to take a look at our technology, they're actually in the technology. That's how I want the impact to hit. That everything around them involves our technology. I'm even building a virtual window. It's going to look realistic. It's going to look like actually I can change at will whatever I want to play, and it's running off all 50 lumen projectors. 50, let's say the 500 lumen projectors, all little tiny projectors. Because again, what better way to show off your technology than to have it wrapped all the way around you? When people come in, everything is running that technology. There you go. That's how you sell a product. They come in and see koi fish on the floor, blows their mind. They come in and see the whole entire desk, multiple screens popping up using these little Pico machines. You can have fully lit environments you generate with no problem whatsoever, which I did here in the garage. That was the whole purpose of using the Pico projectors for things we're working on for the future. So now I can have this in an office setting and have my investors and distributorships come in and look at that and say, wow, the whole entire office is that technology. There you go. Pretty soon those screens that we're developing right now will replace your monitors and stuff that you have for your computers and for your office, because we can operate that in fully lit environments. And the blessing of being able to be on site with the carrying place, it was an office setting, so I got a chance to see what myself would look like in an office environment. Yep. So, well, that's what I'm building. I even have a screen on display that actually is crystal clear, but it picks up an invisible black contrast. And what it allows people to do it, you can actually have a setup for it that I want to be able to do my time, and I want to be able to do a little movie right here on the side. I like that multitask. You have a little time sitting here in this corner, and you have a little TV here in the corner. Yeah, I'm setting it up. And it also has video call attached to it. So these Pico projectors, they're absolutely amazing for what we can do with those things on our new technology. So let me see. What if ViewSonic? I've bought every type of ViewSonic projector. I've never bought a Pico. Does a Pico ViewSonic projectors have a 235.1 setting? Which I'm curious now to know that. I'm going to find out what one of those. ViewSonic Pico projectors. Yeah, do these things have 235.1 settings in them? They're newer models. They should have them. What's different in this one? Netflix and everything on it. This is 1080p at 400 lumens is easy, because like I said, we can run 500. Sorry, we can run 50. 50 is our mark. So we can run any of these with no problem. 700 is too much. That's way too much overkill. 500. This thing has to have a 235.1. Okay, I gotta buy one now. The ViewSonic projectors of a certain date have 235.1. That thing has 235.1 on a Pico? Oh, that would be sick. Mind you, you're not going to find out until you buy it because ViewSonic doesn't want to let you know that they put it in there, which is funny. It's in there, but they never advertise it. They would never advertise those projectors have 235.1s in them. Cheap. We'll knock them out. This is the most expensive one I have. It's $300 for this thing. But the rest of them are cheap. I can knock them out in one hit. Let's see. Let's get in there. So I don't see this has 35.1. Let's say we do need a 235.1. So my collection of projectors, which ones I chose, which will be more sufficient for me. The ultra short throw, because it has a tabletop mode attached to it. That's very important because we use this for floor displays. So that one is perfect for that. Actually, one of the projectors we have, I gave away 5 projectors already. So my family has, my sister has my Sony ultra short throw, which I'm not going to use anymore. They're going to do, I'm going to paint a 150-inch screen on the wall, and they're going to convert to projection. 2 of our friends, they have the 2 of the Sony projectors. I gave away both of them to them. I'm going to go up and doing a painter screen sent for them. They already paid for their orders already, so I'm putting theirs in. And I kept the Sony CX100, of course. I love that projector. It's my $10 projector. And Old Faithful, definitely Old Faithful. Even though we're going to retire Old Faithful, but yeah. I think these projectors right here will do the job. They're under 1,000, so it's much more of an impact. And that's pretty much it. Oh, and my my big boy projector. I am keeping my 5,000 lumen Christie LX of 505. Those things are super hard to get your hands on, and the remote controls are even harder. So yeah, they can operate the Sonys with a basic remote control, but I'm not giving up my other remote control. Those things are really hard to get. So I gotta go to storage to get the rest of those out too. And the rest of these are all Pico projectors, which means I can design a case to put all these in. They don't take up any room. Oh, the Jag read system. I need a good one too. I want the which one called instead. I want the EcoFlow. The EcoFlow, we're just gonna power our projectors or charge our projectors with it, cell phones, stuff like that. Nothing really heavy because we don't need big boy projectors to run that. So everything we have is easy to charge up. And then I want to put the jack-o'-lanterns and light them up for displays and stuff to show with the Halloween screens, which I'm going to be posting a video preset on the Halloween screens too again. Let me see. I had one of these in our Kickstarter program. It's actually really good system. Isn't got a handle on it? What the other one? The other one is perfect. I like that. Yeah, this is the one I had right there. They don't have anymore. This is a really good one. 288. That's right there. And these are nice because you see this at the bottom. This is a battery pack. You can take these off and you can stack batteries and connect them in and actually upgrade your wattage capabilities. Oh, there's the charging panels. Well, we don't need those since we got we have outlets out there. We can charge a unit too. So this must be the new one. size that one? Probably 800. Run anything at 600 watts anyway. Watch it, buddy. Get yourself in any trouble over there. Yeah, I'm not being killed anymore. Station right there. You can run your place off the grid with that baby right there with no problem. It's one power station. Free electricity. This is all free electricity, people. This is independence right here. All this is independence. What you pay for your electric bill, you can buy one of these things over here. This unit right here, that'll power your house.
Yeah. It's a home battery backup system. That'll power your freaking house. Right there. I'll watch demonstrations on this. It's a full power station. You know, without these units right here, we'd have to go back to the old school settings of using car batteries and daisy chaining that nightmare together. Trying to figure where your negative, your positive, if they're all connected together, and if you got them all grounded correctly, you have to get an converter to make sure you can convert that DC power into AC power. You know, that's the old way of doing it. This right here, that's it. Those two units right there will power your entire house. No problem. That's why when I get my setup for my my acreage and I build my house on there, I'm gonna get that system put in there. So I'm gonna do 4 batteries. Don't need 4 batteries, 2 would do the job, but I always overkill everything I do. So I'm definitely gonna put in a 4 battery system. And they go inside, they don't go outside, which is fantastic, so they're not affected with the cold.
That's why I love this. This will power your entire house. Free electricity for life. Get yourself a nice panel system. Much bigger panels. Something like that. Panels right here. I can line my whole roof with these right here. And they're flexible. I mean, they're not going to shatter, break. They're not made out of glass. One of the things I didn't like about how they do the solar systems now for homes now, and yeah, this is something you're going to end up paying for a very long time because, again, it's an investment, not these. The other ones, someone's going to have to come to your house, inspect your roof, and make sure your roof is sturdy enough to hold those panels you're going to put up there. And if it's not, then you're going to end up buying a whole new roof. You know how expensive a whole new roof costs just to put panels in? These things have no weight to them. They're very lightweight, extremely flexible. You can hang these outside your window. You can hang them on top of your roof. You can hang them outside on the lawn. They're very lightweight. They're flexible. Fold it up when you get done. Take it with you. It's a portable power system. But the ones that you pay for the solar power, the ones that have the kind of the glass tiles you put on top of your roof, they literally, if your roof is not up to the par, you got to pay for a whole new roof. And then those panels they put up there are extremely expensive, which means you'll be paying on those panels for years until you get it paid off. This, you're done. That's it. You're finished. That's it. You're done. So any savings that you see, you're automatically going to see the return right away. Where the other ones, you're not really going to see much of a return because you're making payments on something that you have to pay out first before you can actually see the returns. That's why it's the best way to go with these. And on top of that, you have to pay for no installers to come and do it. You can literally do this yourself. It's not really that hard to do. So these right here, this right here, allows you to plug this directly into your main box, your main circuit box. There's a little switch and a little attachment that allow you to be able to cut off your power so you can't turn it on by any chance. We don't have to overload this. So this will allow you to be able to control your main box, which controls all your lighting in your ceiling, your fixtures, all that stuff, outside lighting, everything that box is connected to, you can control it with these units right here. It's free power. So you calculate how much money you spend in a year's time on electricity compared to investment for one of these right here. I'm buying one. I'm gonna get me this unit right here with the power grid on, and I'm going to turn around and buy 2 more of these, which we don't need, but I'm buying them anyway. That's not overkill everything. Now, as for the water part of it all, do you actually have to have wires and plumbing and all that stuff in the day? No, you don't need all that stuff to begin with. What do you think people do that live off the grid? People have homesteads and all that stuff. Some people don't even have plumbing. Some people have wells on their property. They don't even have that. See that whole power system set up? That's how you do it.
But anyway, they go out and put rain catchers in. They collect water. You know how much water comes from the sky? Experiment. Take a 5-gallon bucket, stick it outside on a good rainy day. See how much water you fill up. Matter of fact, put 4 out there. See how much water you just accumulated. That fast, that quick. So you can take that water that comes from the sky, and you can buy the exact same equipment that they use for cleaning, for water and purification, water filtration, and also to water softener. People use water softeners now today in their own homes. What's the point of going out and paying the water bill, all this money, if you're going to the supermarket buying bottled water? And I sit there and say, well, what the frick am I spending all this money for water for? Why am I paying for a water softener to soften the water so that the harsh elements don't damage my skin? If I'm already paying a bill already to have this stuff pumped into the house, and I'm paying for it to be clean to make it drinkable, but you still can't drink it, that's why you got filters on your faucet. You ever think about that? You're sitting there spending 30, 40, 50 bucks for bottled water, and you can't drink the water that's coming out of your faucet, even though it goes to a system that cleans it. That says a lot right there. So if that's the case, I might as well just take control of that whole situation. I can go put tanks outside the house to fill all that water up. You can even have a system, people will come out and fill your tanks up so you'll have them already tapped off, so that way you don't have to go through the whole thing of trying to collect water. You always get it easy. And you take that water and you pump that water into your garden, you pump it into your bathroom, you pump it into your kitchen. But before it goes to that, it has to go through a filtration system that cleans the water before it enters the house. And this makes the water drinkable. This makes the water usable. Any water you got connected to showers or washers and dryers and stuff like that, you put your water softener unit in there, because that water is going to soften the water. It's going to change it when it hits those, particularly for your, just so the what do you call it? The minerals that are in the water are not going to become damaging to your clothes or to your skin. That's it. How you run it through a shower system. They have something called electric showers. They run off solar power. They run off electricity. They're tankless water heaters. You get those. They don't require any tanks. You get constant endless flow of hot water as much as you possibly can desire. No saying, oh, we ran out of hot water because the tank is depleted. Nope. Small box. Size of a Captain Crunch box. No small thing. Got heat coils in it. The water pushes through it. It actually heats it up. When it reaches the shower, you have a shower system now that you can hook up. You can run that through. All the piping you run through your house, you run it through the same way. And you hook up your shower system. Your shower system has a nice little box that connects. It's digital. And you can go and you can control your temperature and how hot or how cold you want your water. So now you don't no longer pay for water anymore. Water is free. Which I find interesting that people pay for something that comes out of the sky for free. Sunlight. Your house gets hit with sunlight all the time, but you pay for electrical bill. That's just sad at the end of the day. Why are you paying for electricity? I'm not paying for electricity. I don't pay for electricity here. I don't pay for electricity at the place I'm at right now because I solar panel that place. I want to put an eco-fist system in there. That little tiny home I got for 700 square feet, yeah, that place doesn't use any form of wires from outside. I converted that place. A nice little home. I figured I'd basically do a nice little hookup for the landlord. And then on top of it, I can use some experience points to see what I'm working with. One there with a buddy of mine, a certified electrician. He brought me through the whole thing. It wasn't hard to do. Brought the Delta 1300s in, dropped it to the floor, put the power station in, connected it to the main box, and that's it. Everything in the house ran. Ran my solar panels off the roof. I got 6 sets of panels sitting on the roof. I don't pay jack for electricity. The same thing I'm going to do there is the same thing I'm going to do at my home front. Penny bills. Only bill I gotta pay is internet. And now the place I'm going to, I don't even pay internet now. So really, no, you don't have to pay for that. All this is here. It's all here. Oh wait, this one's actually much better. How big is this thing? I've been talking about this for years, man. The EcoFlow changed my mind on so many levels, it's not even funny.
to be able to power my entire office without that one room. I was able to power the entire room without basically using any power from the wall. I'm shopping this, making right now. So, you know, when people's gonna say, oh, you have to have this, no, 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 no. People like that will never be able to survive out there in the real world. They can't. You gotta have those luxuries at the end of the day. You don't need to have that at the end of the day. You can live off the grid. I'd rather live off the grid than live on the grid any day. Any day. There's no way in the world. People are sitting there paying for electricity and gas. No, no, I'm not paying for no electricity and gas. Heating the home is not even hard either. You can put in an electric heating system in. Baseboard heating. As a matter of fact, the heating system I'm putting in the other place, I got coils under my floor that I had to put in, so my floor heats up. All that's free. Now you can choose to go by propane.
Propane's the way you can go, but still you have to have somebody ship it out to you. On how many pounds you're going to get with the propane. Firewood's another thing too, but firewood takes a lot of firewood to heat a place up for the entire winter. So that's labor and a lot of work. Or you can basically run it through an electrical system, a heating coil system, which will keep the place nice and warm. It'll run the blowers, it'll run the heating system, things like you have with your baseboard heaters. So it runs off electricity instead of runs off gas.
And all that's free because everything is running from the sun. I did all this research to figure out what I could run. So if I'm looking for something like a tankless hot water heater. That's a tankless hot water heater. Very simple to hook up. You got your hot, you got your cold. You can do it yourself. You don't have to bring in a plumber. You can do the whole thing yourself. Go in there, build your homestead, set your foundation, build your structure, run all your piping through, and you can basically run this through which will come through your tank. So this will be connected to your tank right here. This will allow you to run hot water constantly through your unit. Tankless system. And guess how much they cost? $109.99. You know how cheap that is at the end of the day compared to a tank? When it has a tank attached to it, very cheap to do. All right, so what about my shower system? There you go, right there. Easy. I got one in my shower. So I already upgraded his place because I needed a place to experiment with to basically go in and see if we can actually do this. And yeah, it works. Everything works. Yeah, it's an eye-opener. It's a huge eye-opener. So this right here, this is how you don't have to worry about punching in for plumbing and all that stuff. You just hook this up right here. You got your shower head right here. There's your touchscreen temperature control there. Your water gauge right there. And that allows your water to flow right through. Hit this and you can control your temperature right there. No more, well, we don't have any more hot water. It doesn't exist anymore once you set one of these up. And then you got an endless flow of water. The tanks I'm getting right now are like 20, 50,000 gallon tanks. They're huge. I got a buddy of mine's going to come in with a backhoe. He's going to dig up. He's going to drop a couple of those in the earth. And the other ones we're going to have sanded up. So I'm going to bring in a truck already to come in and basically pump water into them so they're already filled from the door, the backups. And all I have to do is just basically depend on which tank I want to use. I can basically switch that on and I can have that water push right through the house. When it rains, it collects rainwater. So it's endless. I never have to pay for water ever again. And the way the pumping system is designed, you can run pipes anywhere. The way they make pipes now today, you don't have to worry about going out there and soldering and all that stuff like that, and welding that stuff like that. Pipes are bendable now. We all know that. They're bendable. You can bend them, shape them any way you want them to go. I'm going to put a couple of fountains out there. I'm going to put definitely a swimming pool out there. So this eliminates this altogether. This is $85. If you can't see it right there, it's $85. Easy setup to do. No plumber calls. Sorry if you're a plumber at the end of the day. You are still needed for other things. Trust me, you are definitely needed. See right here? That's the whole setup right there. Very easy to do. Very easy to set up. It even has a earth leak protection on it, so you don't have to worry about any leaks or any of that stuff. This thing is absolutely fantastic. And I'm gonna tell you something. I don't know about that. That is not gonna happen. So basically, what my buddy's gonna do is you punch a hole right here and feed this right to the back of here and run this on another area where we don't have an outlet in the freaking shower head. 'Cause this is Final Destination waiting to happen. But I think they do this basically for the display. But still, I don't think you would want to have that there at all. Period. Anyway, you have to reconnect that someplace else. If you're building the bathroom anyway, you're definitely gonna run this someplace else anyway. Now when I do mine, I have the one on his is a little different. It sits like this, but since I'm building this place, I can actually fit this into the tile. But a system actually allows us to bring it out and remove it and add it in. So I'm building my place. So that solves the whole thing about being able to take a shower and be able to have water. All that's taken care of. You don't need that. And then you get to something called water harvesting tanks. These giant tanks right here, these massive monsters will allow you to be able to store as much water as you want. Some people take it out of their gutters. Now because it was dirty, comes out of the gutters. That's why you have a straining system. The system strains it from any form of dirt, pollution, branches, leaves, all that stuff. Once it goes into this tank, this is when it goes through a cleaning process, and from the cleaning process, it's pushed into your house. You can have them put under the earth if you want to, or you can get these giant tanks over here. I'm getting a couple put under the earth. And they are huge. They can be massive. So the ones actually going underneath, they're going to be huge, massive tanks. Those are the backup reserves. Then you want to go into, let's see, let's go back over to Amazon. Let's go to water filtration system. Water filtration system cleans water to make it drinkable. So you can drink the water. Yes, you can drink plain water and make it drinkable. Army of Engineers has a truck that allows them to be able to take polluted water and to make it drinkable. So yeah, you can make water drinkable, especially rainwater. You even have tablets you can drop in to make it drinkable. So this is the system you'll have installed in your house. This right here. This is a whole house water filtration system. This will clean all the water from your harvesting tanks into your house. Some of these even have softener systems built into it. So instead of you having these huge water filters on your sink faucets, anyway, you can basically install one of these, and it's very easy to hook up, not hard to do. Maintenance on it is pretty easy. They even have a water well filtration system, because if you got a well outside and you got fresh water down there, it still has to be clean. You can't drink it. So all this stuff is here. If you want to add in water softener system, this unit right here is designed to basically soften your water. So harsh elements and all that stuff don't damage your clothes, don't damage your skin. Hey, some people have these already in. It's another whole house water softener system. So what I want to do is I want to get a shipping container, and I want to be able to put my stuff in for everything I need for my water power system for running my water and all stuff like that. And on top of that, I'm also working on, I can't tell you that project, but I'm also, just an idea, we're working on hydroelectric energy. Because there's power in water. Water flows, there's energy in it. When you pour out water, you're watching energy. People don't realize that. Well, some people realize that, but you have to understand, you have power running all around you, and yet you pay for it. So you got your water filtration system. Now you got nice soft water coming through, water softener. You got plenty of water from your tanks, harvesting system, the whole 9 yards. Oh, by the way, your pumping system is all running off solar too, so you're not running any gas generators and none of that stuff. That all runs off solar. So you have free electricity, free water. What else would you need? It's the same thing that flushes your toilet too. So where does the stuff in the toilet, that they call a septic tank, that you would have installed? Now, if you don't want to septic tank, you can go with a compost toilet. Compost toilets are fantastic. It takes all your waste, it takes the urine and everything, and then basically some of it can be formed into a solid brick. Or you got something called water lock, same thing they use for plumbers use, and they want to deal with some dirty water in an old toilet, and they drop that stuff and turn it into a gel. That stuff will turn all your waste into a gel. All completely biodegradable, safe for the environment. Compost toilets. And compost toilets look just like everyday toilets. These suckers right here are tankless toilets. Ever seen a tankless toilet before? These are tankless. They take no water at all, period. Looks futuristic, doesn't it? Yeah, welcome to the future. This is the future, people. This is the future. And these things have heated seats on them. Is that sick or what? So tankless smart toilets with bin and built-in one-piece toilet set. This one has an auto flush system on it. This one right here. Okay, it's seat warmers. Fully remote control. It's wireless. And these are tankless, no tank. So we got naysayers on there that are laughing at the end of the day. Oh, you don't have a toilet. My toilet's more advanced than yours. I told you, the stuff I have at the home front. We bought a lot of stuff to test stuff out. My place is very, very advanced. My toilet's more advanced than yours. My entire place that I'm at is completely eco-friendly. So when I leave out of that place, you can literally get more money for it, a lot of money for it. I'm not taking that stuff with me. We left everything there. It's going to stay there. So when I move and get my other place, I got a blueprint of basically what I've already put in, what I already tested. I got a chance to test these products out. Yeah, my toilet is remote control at my place. Got seat warmers on it, the whole 9 yards. The only thing it doesn't play music. But other than that, there's everything else. Same water you can run through your sinks and all that stuff like that. Same thing, same pumping system. It just takes a different system all together. Even has a bidet on it. A bidet. It sprays water in your tutu. Has a bidet on it, yep. But anyway, let's see. So that takes care of your toilet system. So now you don't need plumbing because you did your own plumbing at the end of the day. You don't have to worry about electricity because you can take care of that yourself. You got your own power station installed in, and it's pretty reasonable to put one of those things in. What else? Nothing else. You're good. That's it. So you don't want to build your house from scratch? You can go in and get one of these. Let's see. Large luxury sheds. Oh, that one is freaking hot. I wouldn't mind built a certain way. That's why I can't get one of these. If I wanted to do an easy way, I just grab one of these suckers and just reinforce the structure and all that stuff. But my structure built a different way. I definitely want to put a massive garage door with glass in the front. Well, actually not glass, real glass, because I don't trust glass at the end of the day. Oh, look at these, man. These are hot. Oh, whoa, look at that. That is freaking banging. Yeah, I'm gonna build me a structure just like this. And it's not hard to build a structure too, always in all period. The blueprints aren't hard to read and understand. 1,000. If I'm doing 1,000 square feet, 1,000 square feet is all I need. I need more than that. That's more than enough for me. Wow, look at the open windows on that. That is gorgeous. Measure the land.
Well, I'm buying my land. I'm buying it. I'm just gonna buy it. It's mine. I can build whatever I want to build on it. The taxes aren't gonna be cheap because actually I'm running part of my company on it. Yeah, I get tax breaks on the land because I run my company on it. So basically, now screen paints the other half of something I'm going to be working on, which is involving designing tiny homes and basically incorporating some of our projection screens into the tiny home community. But I do want to get into basically building my own tiny homes that basically are self-sufficient homes that require no electricity and have a harvesting system for pumping water, hydroelectric energy. I got another business I want to start working on. So yeah, because my company uses the land, it's a tax write-off.
Another thing too, and I hate to say it's kind of scary though, but if you got a cemetery on your land too, you don't pay taxes either. Certain things you can have on your land. Say you got endangered animals on your land, which is not a bad side at the end of the day. I mean, it really isn't. Because again, you can't build on that section, of course, but it makes your land tax free. There's certain things you can have on your land that makes it tax free. Now, I would never get a church just to pay taxes because, man, that's just wrong altogether. You get a church because you want to usher people to know God. At the end of the day, you want to teach people about the Lord. But the whole thing is about you not paying taxes. You're in the wrong direction. And I like bisons too. That's my favorite animal.
I get 200 acres. I can get bisons. I get about a couple of them out there, fence off the area, make it for them only, for that section only, so they can have free roam. Yeah, that's definitely tax write-off.
On top of that, you see the bisons every day. Bisons. Oh, Bobby the bison. Bobby the bison. I do like bisons. You know the bison. Can you have a bison as a pet? And you can train them as a pet, but like I said, they're still wild animals at the end of the day. So I would basically keep a distance from them, but still knowing that at the end of the day that I can take care of them. You can have them as pets. It raises some babies, but still, remember at that day, it's still a wild animal. So I get about 4 or 5 of them out there. Yeah, got 200 acres of land. Gotta do something with all that land.
I speak from personal experience when I say that having
They have
cats,
one. That's what I thought. Bison.
Ruby requires a lot of care, feeding, and hairball Zamboni work. But imagine having a 2.5-ton bison.
2.5-ton bison. I love those animals so much.
You turn your head, you're too big to come through straight.
The
He's
size of
certainly
them.
not your average house
Good
pet.
gracious.
Face
I love them.
only a mother could love.
Hello, Sugar Boy.
Yep, that sugar boy is a full-grown bison,
He weighs approximately 2,500. His head probably weighs around 400.
and he lives inside with his owners,
Yeah, he's never stepped on my feet.
Ron and Sharon Bridges.
This is a natural thing. You let your kids in the house. You let your dogs and cats in the house. Why not let Wild Thing in the house?
And yes, this darling domestic is named Wild Thing.
Well, we were walking down the street one day, my daughter and I, and we come back to the house, and we said, we got the name for the buffalo. And RC said, what? And my daughter says, Wild Thing. And Wild Thing has stuck, just like the song.
Come on, little man.
Billy Crystal couldn't help but bring Norman home in city slippers.
Everyone, this is Norman.
You're going to put him in the van?
Oh, yeah, and then the dance.
Come on, Marcel, come on.
And Ross famously played host to a friendly primate in Manhattan.
It'll be nice to get this off finally, won't it? Yes, or we can leave it on for now.
But it's not just Hollywood. Wild Thing proving the old adage that everything is bigger in Texas. The tall tale started 11 years ago when Ron Bridges, a self-described rodeo clown and longtime rancher, lost vision in his left eye.
We had to sell everything we had, horses, cattle, and a herd of buffalo.
Ron says he kept Wild Thing around in hopes that his son would follow in his footsteps.
Wild Thing, he just wouldn't ever calm down. He just keep warning us every day.
Yeah, bison
Kicking
in the
us every
house.
day.
Well, I feel sorry if you
With
break
some
into that place.
persistence
You're like,
and
it's
a whole
over.
lot of TLC,
It's not a dog.
Ron made Wild
It's a
Thing into a
freaking
downright
bison.
softie, aided in part by an offbeat gimmick from his wife.
And we brought him in and took some pictures to send to friends in Europe that we wanted to show them. But I got to noticing he didn't use the bathroom in the house.
Sharon got to thinking, why not make this a permanent thing?
Why don't we do something different? Let's bring Wild Thing in the house. And he goes, you don't understand. He's a bison. You might not have a house left. And I said, well, you only live once. Let's do it.
A real-life bull in a china shop, if you will.
He didn't tear up anything in the house, so we just started leaving the door open, and he started just coming in and out when he wanted to.
You're going to tell me animals are not intelligent? An animal can tear that whole place up if he chose to, and he doesn't. He's very gentle as he walks in that place. He doesn't damage one thing. And the size he is massive. Yeah, you can, animals, they know at the end of the day. He takes
Since
care of
then,
them.
Wild Thing has been through it all, even stepping in as best man as the couple renewed their wedding vows.
I couldn't picture life without Wild Thing. He is my best friend.
Yeah, I'm getting myself a bison. 200 acres. I got the room to have one on there. I'm going to get two. I'm going to get a male and female on there. Make it a reserve for them. Probably get a couple more after that. Get 200 acres. Let me see. How much land do you need to have a bison? 5 acres. It was way past 5 acres. 200 acres is more than enough. I know Buddy had 180 in the sticks. I was like, gee whiz. Yeah, one of my buddies got 18. Yeah, he got a lot of land. And one he got 180 in the sticks. I'm like, gee whiz, I want to do 200 acres. I get 200 acres. I can at least give them at least probably about, it's at 5 acres, right? 2 to 3 acres for that. So, and it depends on what, we're out there 200 acres. We're way far out there past the township. So I say probably about 7 acres would be perfect for them to just roam around and have their own land at the end of the day. And that'd be nice. We're getting a bison. 7 acres per head. I don't want a herd. I want 6 acres. I want 7 acres for that thing. That'd be awesome.
Yes, I've always been about that. And Taco most likely going to work. Taco's going to have a tracking device on him because I got to make sure he's going to be out loose. So I got a tracking device on him. But knowing him, he's a homebody. He ain't going to go too far out.
I'm still gotta put a tracking on it. I'm gonna put a tracking on all of those too. Probably the bison. Bobby the bison. That pretty much takes care of all that right there. But if I wanted to do the home, if I wanted to do one, I can buy one of these and build it, or I can build it myself. I'd rather build it myself because I want it done a certain way. So, you know, people got wise. People got the housing market, as I told you before, isn't what people think it is. It's not. It's too expensive to buy a house today. Who the right one's gonna buy a freaking house in this day's market? You got lost your freaking mind. And people who have houses in this market can't sell it. How you gonna sell it? You won't make any money. After taxes get done ripping through that, and pretty much it's probably gonna sit on the market for a couple of years, and it's gonna depreciate in value. You know, you're not gonna get much for it. That's why at a particular time, if you look at the era at one point, renting a house was extremely hard to do. Buying one was a lot easier. But now, since the housing bubble collapsed and all that and everything, at the end of the day, you see more rented houses than you see houses going up for sale. You can't sell them. It's you're not going to make any money if you do. You're better off just renting the house out.
And mind you, a lot of these houses are sitting on the market for sale, and they still got to pay the taxes on the land. So no one's living in the house, it's sitting there vacant, and you basically are still paying taxes on something that, again, you're not even living in it anymore. So you're just better off just renting it out. You rent it out, you go through zoning, you go through the proper channels to go in and get your house zoned for that particular purpose, for renting for residency, and you go from there. It's not really hard to do, to tell you the truth. But they did it here. That's how I know about it, because I'm the one that helped them with the paperwork to do it. Because I know about that kind of stuff. So I'm the one that helped them get the paperwork to do this place over here. It's not hard to do. The city is not out to try to take your home from you. It's just not. It's trying to help you get to the next level, because at the end of the day, they'd rather have someone paying them taxes at the end of the day on a property than a property just sitting there and they're not getting nothing. It becomes an eyesore at the end of the day. So they'd rather just have somebody occupying the building. So they're willing to help you out. So you get your building zoned for that particular, for renting, so it's a rental commercial unit, and then basically you go in and get your proper licensing for it, and then you bring in a renter inspection, which they come in, they have to inspect the property, make sure it's up to code, to have people in it, to make sure it's safe, to have other people live in it, and then you go from there. That's it. Once you pass that inspection, you can bring people in, you can rent out your place. You can make some money off of it. So now you got enough money, you'll make more than enough money to pay off if you sell mortgage unit and pay that off. You can't sell your mortgage unit, by the way. But if you're basically paying taxes on it, you got the money to pay off your taxes and make a little money in your pocket. Yep. So that's what people are doing now. They're renting out their houses. They're renting out rooms. They're renting out everything. At the end of the day, they make extra money. But anyway, as I said before, so people are finding new ways to just get around their bills because it's expensive to live today. And what people have figured out, that these sheds that you find at Home Depot and Lowe's, people have been buying these sheds and converting them into luxury homes. You don't got to spend a lot of money. It's a shed, about 700 square feet. You spend a lot of money. You got enough money. If you put $40,000, $50,000 into one of these, you got enough. That's which is less than a house today. You put that in there, you got enough money to basically build a very decent, very nice place at the end of the day. And on top of that, you can do something called land leasing. Land leasing is very, very cheap, extremely cheap. And leases can be anywhere up to about 10, maybe 20-year lease you can have for land leasing. Yeah. Buy yourself get a couple acres. Lease about 2 or 3 acres. Drop one of these babies on top of it. Do the whole entire thing with the water filtration system, water harvesting, and all that stuff, and boom, you're saving a lot of money at the end of the day. And you got people who chose to do the van life. There's people who chose to do living in garages, all kinds of stuff. And that's what they've been doing. Home Depot caught on to that. Like, wait a minute, why are people cancel? Home Depot sheds. When people were going to Home Depot and they were buying these sheds and converting them into luxury houses. And Home Depot was like, why are sheds selling so fast? There's so many of these sheds. They're more than usual. You can see a spike in your sheds selling. And they found out that people are converting them into homes. And yeah, you can do that. You can live in one of these. You just have to be able to convert it. That's it. And the converting process is not really hard to do. It really is easy to do. On top of that, you own your house. It is yours. You're not making any payments on it. You own it. Because these things are not expensive. And people get that, they convert work sheds. These are work sheds. These things are huge. They convert these things into homes. And it's funny because I remember about 7 years back, I remember walking in one of them, and my buddy's a contractor, and he was laughing. He was like, you know, you can live in one of these. We started laughing about it. Now people are living them. They're buying them, and they're converting them. And you can afford to pay for all the expensive appliances that you never could get because your home didn't cost much to put together. And what they're doing now is, see Home Depot over here? See this shed we have over here? They're converting these things already. They're already done. So you don't have to do much. Look at this. See?
Told you. That's what they look like inside. And then this is what they show we can do later on with it. This is what I'm talking about. See, got a nice big upstairs right here. This is beautiful. Like set up, got stairs and everything. I definitely want to put banisters in there if you definitely want to find out the hard way. And that's the inside right there. It tells you different studs you're using because you have to have all this. They're pretty sure they put in the proper studs. And you can upgrade these too. So they'll basically say, hey, you can add this upgrade to it because you're buying everything from Home Depot anyway. You might as well get it for a discount price. And they show you now what they did to it. Is that gorgeous? Oh, this is gorgeous. That pot belly stove is gorgeous. That's gorgeous. I like that. I still look at the banister system up there. Look at that. Beautiful, isn't it? Yep. Drywall and it's nothing. Drywall is easy. All that stuff, yep. But I definitely would have put a banister up there because I couldn't imagine getting out of bed and walking off and go, ugh! They said building codes. Always consider your local building codes during, yeah, because you want to make sure your building codes are up to code, that's all. But yeah, it's pretty easy to do. Yep, a shed. They get these things right here, they convert them into beautiful homes, and they basically stick them on to some land leasing, and yeah. Land leasing, how much? Land leasing, which means land leasing is extremely cheap. $237 per acre, depending on where you're at. Some is $155 per acre, some is $237 per acre, some is $142 per acre. That is super cheap. Yeah. You know how big an acre is? An acre is the size of a football field. So that's a lot of land. And you get about 5 or 6 acres. I need about 200 acres. So I'm just going to base it on buy. Look at other things I want to do with it. And I'm not paying taxes at the end of the day because I'm putting I'm putting several projects on there. So they're all going to be taxed, they're going to be extremely, extremely low. And I mean very, very low. Do you have a cemetery on your land? You don't pay taxes. It's just weird, which I wouldn't get one on there, which is kind of creepy. Do you pay taxes if you have a cemetery on your land? No, you don't pay taxes. That means if your place has a mausoleum in your house, you're not paying taxes. You know, mausoleums are. That's matter of fact, which is kind of funny because I remember a house I was looking up in Buckington Township. I never forget that. And they had a mausoleum in the freaking in the house. The house is big, it's a big house. This is when I wanted a big house. Looking at this house, it has this family crest on the front of the gate. I had to research the crest. What did that crest mean? Well, they didn't tell me the house had a mausoleum in there. They told me that it's a historical house, been around since 1600s, and they were talking about something about they had to tell me it was a mausoleum. That I couldn't really change too much of the structure of the house because it was historical. So I saw this family crescent on the gate, and I decided to look into the house's history. I found that the house has a mausoleum in it, which means they can't remove any of the bodies because it's historical. They have to stay in there. Now they can seal up the wall where the bodies are at, but they have to stay in the house. No, I'm good. I couldn't imagine who came up with the idea for mausoleums. Mausoleums. Like, why would you put the bodies in the house? Mausoleums in the home. Like, why would you do this? Well, I guess that's the thing they did back then. What did castles did all? Castles had mausoleums. Castles with mausoleums. Yeah, castles had mausoleums. 139 AD. Gee, what, that's way back. 217 AD. Compare where we are now. That's crazy. It had basically mausoleums in there. Guess you wouldn't be close to people. I don't want to be that close. Where's the castle work? That's pricey. Alright. So yeah, that pretty much eliminates the fact that, yeah, you can run a house off the grid. If you can't build it, you can go in there and buy a shed and basically go from there. It's just not hard to do. And it's cheap. For $15,000, that's cheap. It's 15 grand for a house. That's $20,000, but when they just show you it's 20 grand. Convert it's not even hard to do. Live-in garages. Ooh, got the babies in there, the back-to-back Fiaris. I'm still gonna do one. On my land, I'm gonna put me in a garage. I'm gonna build me one. I'm gonna truck it and everything. Truck and bike. Give me a dirt bike. I remember these dum-dums coming on my channel talking about people don't live in garages. You don't crack books, do you? You don't crack books. You're not connected to the internet. Or maybe your intelligence just doesn't comprehend that this basically does happen. People convert garages into homes. They've been doing that for years. They've been doing that before you were on the planet. They were doing that. People have always done that. Convert their garages into living areas. It's nothing new. People don't choose to live in garages. They just, I swear I can't stand people that are small-minded and unintelligent. I can't get with y'all at the end of the day. Your brains don't process. You literally don't process. Like, y'all stuck in these little boxes at the end of the day. Your brains can't process beyond a certain level. Gee whiz, it must suck to live that way. It must really suck. I can imagine. Being imprisoned in your own mind. That's the thing about it. You can't think outside the box. Well, that explains why your products suck at the end of the day. That's the reason why they look that way. You don't have to think outside the box. People don't choose to live in garages. Oh my goodness, I swear. Stupid people. Real stupid. People don't choose to live in water towers, school buses, RVs, all that stuff like that. I mean, crack a book every once in a while. Join the rest of us on the planet. You know what I mean? Hello, welcome to Earth. People live in their garages. You got garages in here that make your freaking home look like a freaking joke at the end of the day. Oh, that's nice right there. You got that giant door to open up on top of that. Of course, you got to put some kind of netting system because the bugs that come to that baby are freaking horrendous. Other than that, yeah. Nowhere in the world would park my bike out on the street or in the garage. I'm actually in the garage. If I'm in the garage, I'm in the garage. My bike will be in there. But I have my bike on top of one of those freaking carousels that move around slowly so I can see my bike from all sides. I like motorcycles, by the way. Harley Davidsons. Those are my favorites. One day I'll get a Chief. One day I'll get a Chief. But I'm going to get a Harley Davidson. Yeah, we'll convert these right there. Look at this. Garage setup. If somebody turned it into a home theater setup, that is freaking hot. Oh, my cord. Look at that. That's a garage. It's a garage. That's freaking insane how beautiful they make these things. So you can't, no one chooses to live in a garage. I swear you sound like Patrick from freaking SpongeBob sometimes. I swear you people at the end of the day got no imagination whatsoever. I don't know what your parents did to you, but you have no imagination whatsoever. People have been converting garages into pool halls, dens, bars, whatever you can think of. And yes, they do live in them. College kids come home, they convert the garage into a living quarters for them. Even people advertise and do demonstrations on it. More living space. 5 great garages conversion ideas. And a conversion for a garage to do that through license inspection is around $1,500. Or about $1,000 to $1,500 to convert, get the proper permission slip to be able to convert your garage. It does not include the separate permission slips you would need for inspections for wiring, electric, and all that stuff like that. Pretty much, that's it right there. This is gorgeous. Let me see. Turning the water tower into a home. These dummies will sit up there and go, no one chooses to live inside of a water tower. Yeah, people have done it. Any place that man wants to see something different, do something different, he's going to do it. People live in lighthouses, all kinds of stuff, man. School buses. One guy converted a plane into a home. Because these are people I like to be around. People who do stuff like this are the people I like to be around. Because these are people who think outside the box. Not the naysayers. Look at that. That's a freaking water tower that was converted. That is gorgeous. Beautiful job. Though you have to put some kind of elevator slide or something. I can't do them stairs. I think that's way too many stairs. How are we going up and down this? There's got to be an elevator system in there. Beautiful job. Beautiful, beautiful job. Converting a school bus into a home. Oh. Incredible. Look at that. That's a freaking school bus. And if you don't like your neighbors at the end of the day, well, bye-bye. Let's go. Boom, boom. And just take off. You ain't stuck with your neighbors. You don't get along with your neighbors, you don't like them, you can just leave. You don't like the scenery? That's what I like about the buses at the end of the day. If you don't like the scenery at the end of the day, leave. That's it. That's the end of it. Look at the inside. That's a school bus. Look what they converted that into. But when you got naysayers that come in and talk about, oh, anyone chooses to live in a school bus by any chance? They live in a school bus. You see the inside of that place? It's freaking gorgeous. So if I don't like my neighbors, I can just go, bye. If I want to go to the beach, bye. I can go anywhere I want to go. Say if it's too hot. One of the things I saw, this people who do the RV life, they were down in Las Vegas, and it was super hot when they're having a heat wave. You know what they did? They went to the mountains. They upped their place and went to the mountains where it's cooler and chilled up there under the night stars. Everybody's down there in Las Vegas getting cooked, and they're up there on the top of the side of a mountain. There's a resort. They have it because somebody was smart enough to put a resort area up there for RV life. Because they come up there because it's cooler. So now they can plug in their units. They got a nice little barbecue pit out there. I thought that was amazing. Got bike trails and all that. Whoever smart put that idea up, it was very smart. Yep. So if I don't like the climate down here, I can just go up there and just chill. If I want to be by the lake and go fishing, I can be by the lake and go fishing. You can go anywhere you want to go. Your home is on wheels. And you don't pay any taxes. Because you can't tax something that's not sitting on land. It moves. All you're going to pay for is little areas where you got to park at, and that's cheap at the end of the day. They're not expensive at all, period. You don't pay any taxes. How much money they save at the end of the day? A lot of money. That's gorgeous. So if I want to sit there and I want to go up to the Rocky Mountains and I want to sit back and have my omelet and have a cup of coffee and look at the beautiful scenery, I can do that. Meanwhile, everybody else got to look out the window and look at, ugh, what the freak, really? Yeah, there you go. I love this, man. I love this when people do stuff outside the box. I love people that do things differently. That's what I like. These are people not afraid of the shoulda, coulda, woulda. They go out and get it done. Now, they could have failed at this. It could have become a major loss. Anything could have happened. But the fact that I know they went through ups and downs. I know looking at these conversions that they have done, they had hard times, they had good times, they had all kinds of problems that pop up, because they usually do. Even if you have the money, at the end of the day, say to support this, you're still going to have problems along the way on converting these things. Things do pop up. But the fact that they finished it, they live in the ultimate dream right there. I don't get what they're say, oh, people don't choose to live in them. Grow up. See right there? They went from that to that. And when you have a place like that, that size, you can put, like I said, all the luxury items. It's like, well, what about, somebody goes to the bathroom, you can't smell it. You know why? Because they put in those professional air cleaners. They pick up everything. It's rare I see cat hair in any environments I'm at because I paid the money for my air cleaners. And my air cleaners, when you have to break these things down, you have to figure out how much square feet it's going to cover. Some people get one and you may be working with maybe about 1,200 square feet and your air cleaner probably only does about 200 to 300. You're not going to really cover that area at all, period. You have to break down exactly how much square feet. Now, if you're doing 1,000 square feet, pretty much any air cleaner is going to cover that with no problem. So you get an air cleaner that does maybe about 500 square feet. That's going to be overkill for an environment that's going to be 300, maybe 400, maybe 500 square feet. Air purifiers, all that stuff, everything. I saw the tiny homes. I was curious about that. When you have the bathroom that close in there, do you smell anything? Compost toilets that they have today, you don't smell. There's no scent. It kills all that from the door. It does a better job of killing bacteria than your regular traditional toilets that you have in your home, which can build up all kinds of corrosions in between those pipes, and yeah, those pipes can start to stink. So yeah, these homes right here, better way to do it. And on top of that, like I said, it's worth the investment because at the end of the day, you're not paying any taxes. Like the person invented the houseboat. They probably thought he was nuts too. Like, who the freak want to live on the water? People live on the water all the time. It's called a ship. Let's see right here. Converted an airplane into a home. Yeah, someone converted an airplane. An ex-pilot decided that he wanted to live on an airplane and he converted an airplane into a home. These are the people I love. Look at this. It's for you naysayers at the end of the day who want to talk all this shit about who decides. Compare your place to that. Tell me that's not freaking hot. That is freaking smoking. Look at this. He retired a Boeing 7, oh, that's a big plane too. A Boeing 737, transferred into a private villa. Look at that. See, that's the kind of people I love to be around with. People who think way outside the box. A lot of people make dumb stuff. Who decides? Who decides to live in an airplane? That person did. That place is gorgeous. Oh, he's got an infinity pool. He's got an infinity pool in there. That's sick. How much you paid for that thing? The plane itself is probably expensive, but yeah, it's still a pretty cool idea. Man, that's beautiful. That's what I'm talking about. That is beautiful. So I thought that was pretty cool. I've seen that one already. I've seen shipping container homes. First time somebody brought it to me about shipping container homes, they were going to live in shipping containers. And at first I thought, shipping containers? How the freak don't live in a shipping container? But I started doing the research and thought, wow, that's incredible. You got to be kidding. Yeah, you can live in the shipping containers. They convert those into homes too. I knew about that 10 years ago. I had a friend of mine who worked for Panasonic. She was basically a higher up that worked for Panasonic, and she bought one of our screens. And she was telling me about how she wanted to do a shipping container home at the time. I'd never even heard of it before. I thought that was the most craziest thing ever. Who wants to live in a shipping container? So I saw what you could do with these things. It's literally like building with Lego blocks. That's what it's like. Look at this. Look at the inside of this plane. They got one up in the trees. This is freaking beast. This is what I'm talking about. Tree houses. There are people who live in actual tree houses. They're called luxury tree houses. This is inside of an airplane. Somebody converted it into a home. Because, you know, some people in life don't want to live in a regular home. They just don't want to. They want something different. And you're going to spend the majority of your life in that place at the end of the day. And they just want something different. Let me see. Let's see. Lord of the Rings Hubble Home. I'm going to actually built one of these too. Where's the woman who did this thing? Right there. This woman actually built this thing. I think in Ireland, and she's the one who did it. It's a female who did it. She converted it into a side of a, it's actually in the side of a hill. She made a hobble home. Hobble home, let's see. Real hobble homes. No, hobble. Real Lord of the Ring hobble homes. The guy who carved the house out of a rock. There are people who've done that. They want something different. They don't want the everyday. You don't want the everyday home. I can understand that. This is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. Man, Christmas time must be a beast in there. Imagine how gorgeous and enchanted and whimsical that must look. See, this is what I'm talking about. Come out your door, see for butterflies and beautiful birds and just a meadow countryside. This is what I call living, real living at the end of the day. That circle door is beautiful. Man, that's gorgeous. People who live in luxury tree houses. There you go. Yeah. Real thing. The reason why I say this is because when I chose to convert the garage into a living quarters, idiots, of course, were contacting me saying, oh, people don't choose to live in garages. Do you really think when you speak? It's got to be a hoot to be around you, because I would just spend the day just laughing at you. Do you actually speak when you talk? You actually think when you speak? Because you have this is part I don't understand. I could see if we didn't live in the era of the technology we have now. Okay, we had the brick phones. It didn't have Google and all that stuff. We didn't have the information highway, all that stuff. I can see if we lived in the area. When I came out, I remember going to the library and getting index cards. That's how old I am. Index cards. There's no computers and all that stuff. It was index cards. A huge filing cabinet. You pull it out and you basically went through the index to figure out exactly where the book was located in the library. That's the era I grew up in. So, in that era, if you were to say this, people would think you were a little nuts, because it would be hard to prove this. But in the era we live in now, that we have computers right here, directly on our phone, and we can literally dig up all this vast information and educate ourselves so we don't sound like complete idiots. Who the freak sits there and says that people don't choose to live in garages? People have been living in garages for years. I mean, for years, since the 70s, since the 60s, they've been living in garages. Oh my goodness. Let me make a statement like that. So we got tree houses here. I would love to have a luxury tree house. Gee whiz, that's freaking hot. That's beautiful. You got some people in life that just don't want to live in a regular house. Like I said, they want to live in a tree house. So I wish I knew one of my neighbors lived in a tree house like we did. Where? Really? Up in the trees? That is freaking sick. Look at this. This is amazing. So I just be looking at weird places where people decide to live at. I like how people live and they have the van life. I don't knock it. The people live in vans, people live in cars and all that stuff. Some people choose it because they like it. That's what they like. That's what they want. I think I watched a YouTuber who was a chef. Made extremely good money. Had a nice apartment. Everything. Was bored with it. Felt like his life was slipping through his fingers and he was just getting nothing out of his life. So he basically left the apartment. He paid up and left the apartment. He got an Astro minivan. And he took his cat and he went on the road with his savings. And that's what he did. Got a YouTube channel. I thought that was friggin' amazing right there. He's happy. He's free. He makes his food and cooks out in the outdoors. And yeah, he's free. He just didn't want that life. It wasn't for him. So to the naysayers at the end of the day, having a house and plumbing and all that stuff at the end of the day, it doesn't make you, because you have that, doesn't make you they feel people don't have those things, they're considered to be uncivilized. That's what they are, uncivilized, because they don't want those things. There are people that just don't want it. That's all. Just because you have to have it doesn't mean other people have to have it. Period. You guys walking around on YouTube right now, they got pretty much their whole entire living quarters sitting on their back right now. And they can go out there and they can dig a hole in the earth and they can pitch a tent and they can go cook and fish and everything else.
under the sun, and they're happy as happy can be. They don't need internet, they don't need computers, they don't need any of that stuff at all, period. They're just happy. That's how I know when I have people who act and react that way, we just know you're ignorant. That's it.
This is gorgeous. Man, I couldn't imagine beautiful snowfall and just seeing the beautiful scenery from that. Oh, especially in the autumn when the leaves change different colors. Wow, that has got to be majestic. That has really got to be majestic. Imagine that. You have this tree house and all the trees are changing colors all around you. That is majestic right there. That's what I'm talking about. See, what I like about these people at the end of the day, what you see from your eyes, what you see every single day, what your mind records every single day. Imagine looking at this beauty every single day. Compared to basically looking at concrete jungles all day long. Oh my goodness, I can't wait to get my acreage. I'm tired of wasting my eyesight on looking at the concrete. Well, I'm not really in the concrete jungle anymore. I'm in Allentown. So at least I'm getting close to it because, like I said, when I look off, I don't see a bunch of buildings. I just see nothing but trees in the background, which I still can't get used to that yet. It's wonderful. I love it so much. That's what I love about Allentown. I love the fact that you just look off in the distance. We're surrounded in an area of trees all the way around. It's beautiful. I love it. Wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. I love Philadelphia, but I'm never coming back to live in Philadelphia ever again. Not ever. I like it out here. I'm gonna get my land out here too. There's land I can buy out here as much as I want. I'm gonna buy my land right out here. Get my bisons. Bisons. We got a pool out here too. Got the pool out here too. Look at that. Man. That's what I'm talking about. I was gonna, let's see. Converted a home out of a trash dumpster. Yeah, somebody did this one too. And people, that's what I love about people. People can find anywhere to live and make it home. That's what I love about it. You know, you got people at the end of the day that live in these places, and I've met some very interesting people. I met a guy who lived in his van, and he was rich. For money, he's rich. He just don't want that life. He got the money, he just don't want it. He's happy what he got. Some people don't have to, they feel like, oh, you got millions of dollars, you got to drive an expensive car, you got to live in a mansion. No, some people are like that. They don't want it. They're happy. They're just going to a vending machine and getting some pretzels and a soda and getting a hot dog at a stand and just sitting out there on a bench, and they enjoy that life. Nothing wrong with them. That's what they enjoy. Less headaches, less stress, less nonsense. And I've met people when I was out there skating, and out there I used to be out there skating. I've met people that were all millionaires, and they just lived regular, normal lives like everybody else. I had a friend of mine named Danzo. I'll never forget this guy. He drove a rusted Volkswagen. Him and his wife, they were hippies, and they just rode this rusted vehicle, and they lived in it. So they lived in it. And they came up to the city skate. They were strapped on their skates and everything, and they were clean and everything. They weren't dirty or anything. People say, "Oh, you live in a van, you got to be dirty." No, that's not true. So they were clean and everything, and they were nice people at the end of the day. And you find out this guy's a freaking millionaire. All those people sitting there snickering and laughing at him because he lives in a van. He got more money than you could ever think of. Don't spend it that way. You'd be surprised the kind of people you'll talk to that'll be millionaires or filthy rich people at the end of the day, and they're so down to earth people at the end of the day. The nicest people you will ever meet in your entire life. I met plenty of millionaires. I don't be friends with them at the end of the day because I don't want their money at the end of the day. Hey, nothing they got they can give to me at the end of the day but their friendship. I don't need your money. I got God at the end of the day. God provides everything that I need. So I don't need to depend on anybody else's wealth at the end of the day. I sure enough don't want your money. Friendship, yeah. That's as far as it goes. And I take them into no fancy restaurants. I don't want to go here. I don't want to go there. I live a simple life at the end of the day. Heck, you want to treat me good? Go buy me a bag of chips or, I don't know, a hot dog or something like that. That's it. That's the end of it. But I'm not impressed by money. I'm not.
I'm not after your money, don't worry. Nope. No, it's not for me.
But it's a shame they can't find people like that because people basically just want to take advantage of them and get as much as they can out of them. And some people just like to live that low profile life. I see nothing wrong with it. My comp ad tech, like I said, is going to make millions of dollars. It's already destined to make millions of dollars. It's going to make a ton of money. They're going to be driving around some fancy car? No, I'm dressed the same way I always dress. The only thing I've changed is I've got to buy suits and stuff now because I got to go to meetings and all that stuff, and I got to represent the company and all. But other than that, I got my urban gear, which I'm going to be buying. Same thing I like to buy, my boots and stuff from Amazon. None of my stuff is name brand. I like it better that way. Don't plan to change anything too much. I'm just going to get my land and my acreage because I want to be by myself and live out there with my bisons if I decide to get them. I haven't decided yet. And just live a normal life. That's it. I know that stuff. I'm building my home, my own two hands because I like it. That's what I want to do. I just love how people do things differently. Look, you got an air conditioner on this baby. You got an air conditioner. This is what I'm talking about. You don't need a lot of room to live. You don't. You don't need a lot of room to live. You'll spend the majority of your time sleeping. If you sleep, I don't really sleep much. But anyway, you spend the majority of your time sleeping. You sleep like 8 hours or 9 hours a day. Yeah, that's most of your time right there. So a place to lay your head, a place to cook, bathroom, kitchen, and sleep. And then you got the outside area that you can put anything else up there at the end of the day. That'll give you a chance to stretch your legs. But people think it's barbaric. You know, it's interesting because my ex wanted a small little home. That's what she wanted. I was the one who wanted the big home. I wanted the big home mostly for show. I wanted this freaking 10-bedroom house and something like 36,000 square feet home. I wanted the big homes. I didn't want the small homes. And then as I got older, well, I was older already, but as I got into that big house, the last house I got was a big house, I realized that I was wasting my money. I was wasting thousands of dollars on rent. I was wasting money on electric. I was wasting money on gas. We didn't even spend half the time and half the rooms were in the house we were in. We really didn't spend most time. Most time we spent was in the living room watching movies. But other than that, no, really. Nope, I had a big backyard, hardly ever used. Big old deck outside, once in the living room. I used it more for work than anything else. So all that money went to that place and really didn't really live in that place like that. I'm really worked in it. Something like this is beautiful. I like this. It's got a fire extinguisher in there. Everything. I want to turn one into a gaming room. That is freaking sick. See what I'm talking about. Tiny house. I like that right there. People living in their vans. People living in their vans. No. Van life. Better way. Please put in vans. Now, I remember at one point, if you lived in a van, you was considered to be homeless, you were a bum, you were this, that, and the other, you were poor. Now today, it's a thing. It's a trend. People live in their vans. And with the technology we have today, man, you make these things look luxury. Look at that one right there. Beautiful. Yep. Some people choose it because that's what they want. They want that freedom. Freedom to be able to break away. It's like your house basically just sprouting legs and just pulling yourself like, and going for a walk. Tired of being here for every day. I look at the same thing every day. I need to change the scenery. I can't take it anymore. I feel like I'm basically being suffocated. That's how people feel when they want to get off the grid, when they want to leave their environments, when they're tired of just being stuck in the same place every day, doing the same thing over and over and over again and again. That's the reason why I like having my own business, because my scenery changes. So to be stuck in the same place, I just go someplace else. Once you try like keep it at a mom and pop's level, because I really ain't got to be stuck anywhere. I can just go. But yeah, the van life is now the thing now.
People want to have the van life. People want to live in the van. People are not embarrassed to tell people that they live in the van because now it's a thing now. People like it. Don't be embarrassed to say, oh yeah, I lost my job, I lost my home, and I'm in the van. Some people do end up in that situation. But honestly, to tell you the truth, majority of some of the people that do live in vans, they chose to do it.
You know, if I was going to do van life, I'm doing military vehicles. I love military vehicles. Because I'm all about that whole security protocol. That's me at the end of the day. That's definitely me. I have to make that thing a fortress. Yeah, that definitely would be me. I couldn't do the regular van. I'm pretty sure I understand people do regular vans, but I couldn't do the regular vans. I got this whole thing about, I don't know, modifications and basically security protocol and all that stuff goes on in my head. So my system had to be set up. It would literally be a tank on wheels. That's just how I functioned in the day. This wouldn't feel safe for me at all, period. So the little projection screen outside, we're going to change all that with that theater on the go. Bam, 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 bam. Because on the van, like, they use those little portable projectors and they use the screens and they look awful. But we're going to change all that. Yeah, people convert these things. Beautiful. Beautiful homes, they convert them. Go any way you want to change the scenery. I think that's gorgeous. This is what I'm talking about. If I do ever do van life, if I ever decide to do that. Military wagons. No, military wagons. Armor-plated military wagons. There you go. That's good. This kind of stuff too. I like. Oh, that's my favorite, but I don't know bigger than that. You get military trucks. That'd be a good idea. Military armor-plated trucks. There we go. This would be my speed. So that would be perfect. Here's that 3 wouldn't be an issue. Of course, I'd have to basically make it more civilian friendly because, again, that would freak the daylights out of somebody. I would imagine so it would. There you go. See? That's me. That's the kind of stuff I like. And of course, yeah, the tires would definitely have to be honeycombs. Definitely. Puncture proof. These things can basically bounce and crawl over anything they want. And yes, it definitely would have to have armor piercing, ballistic bulletproof glass, all that stuff. I definitely want Kevlar doors put in. Because again, I'm only out there in the middle of the woods. I want to make sure everything is basically, it's designed to do. I definitely want drones.
Probably get 4 drones, port stocking station for the top. The drones would be to take off, scout, or be able to hunt. That's what we'd be designed to do. Also want ports so basically I can use my firearms if I basically get into a situation, and yeah, situations do arise. I'm pretty sure if you're going to get out there in the open world, you got to understand you have to be prepared for everything. So yeah, I would have my armor in there, definitely. So definitely.
So this would be me for van life. This is what I would have today. You can look upon that thing, and I definitely want some. I want it jet black. I want nice camouflage. I want that thing to blend in everything. Spotlights, the whole 9 yards, everything. This is more my speed. Oh, look at that baby right there. That's what I'm talking about. I wonder, is that legal by any chance? Can I have a 150 caliber cannon? Are they legal? Oh, no, we're not getting one of them. We definitely gonna be to have one of them. That's not gonna happen. That's way too big of a weapon. All right, let me see. It has to be a 50 cal, 150 is too big. 50 cal machine gun. There we go. We went too high. So 150 cal. You know how big 150 cal is? Yeah, you're shooting shells at the end of the day. That's not actually a machine gun at the end of the day. That's gonna do a ton of damage. Let's see. can you have these? Are these legal? Go to Texas, I bet you it's legal. 150 cal machine gun, is it legal? Here. Is it legal? What the frick would you be hunting with 100 with a 50 cal? First things first, it's outrageous. But still, I don't care if you can try that. No, it's a 50 cal. Not 150 cal, 50 cal. Is it legal to have a 50 cal machine gun? United States generally until 18, a 50 caliber rifle. I guess I can have it. I have to talk to a friend of mine. See if I can get it. What can I have on that truck? Because I wouldn't have it where it's going to be up top. No, that gets you in a ton of trouble. I would have it on a lift where it could actually come up and lock into the roof. You should have to make it convenient where it locks to the side, you can bring it out, hits on top of a hydraulic lift, and you can lock it to the roof. But I'd rather have it like an 50 cal auto turret. An auto turret's much better because they're laser trackers at the end of the day, which makes it much easier because that means you're not sitting up there with this guard shield on you, basically trying to reflect bullets while you're trying to hit a target. But if you have it fully automatic, where it's basically using some kind of laser tracking guiding system, that would be much better, especially if it's using heat signatures. But then again, some things don't come up with heat signatures either on top of that. So if you're using 50 cal auto turrets. Now, my niece got the auto turrets that come in a suitcase. Throwing things out and yeah, the things are hot. Oh, ho, whoa, yeah! That's what I'm talking about. That's what dreams are made of. Oh shit, Conte, I am over 18. What are you talking about? Come on, man, I'm not logging anything. Oh, come on. We really gotta go there. I can just go to whatchamacallit and get that from Reddit. We don't gotta go there. I can go to the other place and get it. You got it in the pictures, don't you? Pretty sure you do. Cool. Oh, oh. There we go. This is what I'm talking about. This is a robotic .5 BMG. It's an M2 Brownie machine gun. Well, these things can be programmed. I know the ones they have basically run on a sensor, but these are different. Really? This is why I can't do regular camping. I don't do regular camping. I have to have some kind of defense system put up. That's the part that freaks me out about camping. That I can't see how people, I've done it before already, when you camp and you sleep in a tent, or you're sleeping outside in a bag, anything can walk up on you. Anything, because you're asleep. You can't defend yourself when you're asleep. That's why when people go out in bear countries, they get the electric fence put in. It's a portable electric fence they put in. It stings the bears. You get attacked in your sleep, but still, a human, you never know what's going to walk up on you at the end of the day. So I'm into basically, if we camp somewhere, at least got to have some flat land out there so I can see something coming in. And definitely have to have some kind of security system put in. Because I don't like to be caught off guard. I just don't sleep. I'll just be up in a tree somewhere, because chances are where I'm going to be at. I'll be perched up in a tree somewhere and with a ghillie on. I know it sounds crazy, but yeah, you got to be prepared for everything. You do. The world's a crazy place. It's a really, really crazy place. So yeah, I'll be perched in a tree somewhere with a ghillie on, sitting up there, yeah, watching. Because there's no way in the world. I lay on the ground. Anything can walk up on top of me, and that's it. What I'm going to do? I'm in a sleeping bag. So you're already nestled in. But, people don't look at that when they camp. They go out and they go camp. Oh, we're out in the great outdoors. Nothing's going to happen out here. Right in the middle of the wilderness. Anything can happen to you. Anybody can come up on your camp. Anything can happen. So you won't find me on the ground. You'll see me sitting up in a tree somewhere, nestled up there. What's it there? 107? Was it 107? Beretta? I think it's a Beretta. 107 Beretta 50 cal sniper rifle. Did you get it? 107. Yeah, it was a 107. I was right. The A1. This is my baby right here. I'm getting one of these. I'm definitely going to buy one of these. This is my baby. The one that had smoking aces? Yeah, my niece got 3 of these. Hey, she's military. She got 3 of these babies. Gee whiz, Louise, what I'm talking about. This is my baby. When I do paintballing, this is what I like to carry. This is my baby when I go paintballing. Yeah. Shotguns, sniper rifle, and handgun. If I'm carrying a handgun, I'm carrying my shield with me. That's why it pays to be quick, fast, and nimble. You don't want to be too big and too bulky carrying the shield at the end of the day. Handgun and the shield, man, you can do a lot of damage with that at the end of the day. I'm talking about paintballing, by the way, so people don't get, oh, he's talking about killing somebody. No, paintball is all about paintballing. You can get these in modified paintball or airsoft. This is what I carry. I'm a camper at the end of the day, so I hide in places at the end of the day, and I will pick you off one by one. Or, if I got to move position, I can basically pack that thing up, throw it on my back, grab that shield, get that handgun. Yep. Oh, I gotta call the family. We gotta do some paintballing. Can I get this in a paintball? We get this in airsoft. How much does it cost to get that in paintball? Still gonna cost me. I seen the freaking rail guns. It's pretty nice. 22 got them. Oh, they got them in airsoft. Yeah. Cause I got some games coming up for the winter. We're gonna do winter games out in the snow. We're gonna be wearing snow camo, and we're gonna be out there having some fun. Oh, these are pretty cool. I like these. How much you want for one of these? I'm gonna get one. This is for I'm doing. I don't know. We just do it for air. We do it for airsoft. We do it for airsoft. We ended airsoft in the wall. Drones controlled by helmet visor. There we go. I need one of these too. This will allow me to scout and see things better. Yeah, if you're in a ghillie suit, you can only see what's in front of you. This makes it a little much easier for me. That means I got a ghillie to see everything I need to see while I'm sitting underneath that ghillie. Ooh, I'm getting one of these. We got a game coming up. My military family, we do this pretty much almost near Christmas time. We go to Poconos and do this. Winner has to buy dinner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. That's right. Winner has to buy dinner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Yeah. I'm gonna have to modify the drum. It probably makes too much noise. Probably got flashing indicators on it too, but it's way worse. Oh, this is gonna be fun. All right. I'm way off track here. Ugh, I always do this anyway. You get caught up in one thing, talking about another thing, and bam! Oh, I'm done anyway. I did my updates. Updates are finished. And I'm already talking about this stuff. My updates are done. I need to put something in for the new portable tabletop screens we got coming out. So I'm working on next. Will the light ever work? Seriously? Oh, there it is. Gee whiz. I could turn this one off. Good. I'm gonna sweep the garage up. Man. But yeah, I'm gonna get those in airsoft. Definitely gonna pick them up in airsoft. But I definitely, if I'm doing camping like that on a van, I'm definitely doing a military vehicle. But you have to make sure it's street legal. And yeah, but I'm take it down to Texas because I got family who does that stuff at the end of the day. They do modification for weapons and trucks and all that stuff, and they'll let me know exactly what I can have and what I can't have. So yeah. All right, let me put that up here. show you how much we got done in here. So I just want to do one more sweep through. This is all the stuff I'm taking. That's the stuff I'm taking to the office. Everything I need there. That's it. Definitely taking that with me because that's my air cleaner. Cleans my air. I told you got to get one of these. You have to have one of these. This does up to 400 square feet. Cleans the air. And this place is 273, something like that, square feet. Chair is definitely going to stay here. We don't need it. I bought a gaming chair with a massager on it. So I like my massage chairs for my back when I'm working. And this stuff is going to stay here because that belongs to them. And the desk, pretty much easy breakdown. I got a box over there. Take all this stuff down, throw it all in the box. Table stays here because we don't need it. Chair stays here because we don't need it. And this is their modem that belongs to them. This whole thing, I'm going to throw that in the trash because I don't need that. I stripped all the cotton off of it because I'm going to build me another one. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And Taco stuff goes into a bag, but you got to go pick up trash bags right now to put his stuff in. His stuff is pretty easy. That folds up and put his litter. It's pretty clean, so got a box over there to drop the litter into. Seal that up, and we'll get you some more litter when we get down there. And that's pretty much it. Put my weights in the case, and yeah, that's it. Do a little sweep out in here because I got to sweep up this area a little bit. That'll give me a chance to put some air to the garage. And I got already went in and got all the trash out. Day was trash day, so I was allowed me to get everything out, get all that taken care of. And there's Taco down there chilling like a villain. You chilling like a villain, Taco? Like, I'm a villain and I'm chilling. Yep. Got Taco over there. We're gonna be out. So I gotta go to trash bags. That's basically it. And I got everybody's projectors that they wanted. All this stuff. I gotta dismantle this chair and take it apart. And the box we had here, which I'm glad I did go through the box because I had a lot of stuff in there. I had my black diamond sample sheets in there, a lot of stuff. I was already throwing it out when I was looking at the box. I was gonna throw out all my cables and stuff. But I'm glad I got all that stuff in there. At least the paint sprayer. Got a clean paint sprayer out. That's gonna be clean. So next to doing this, get trash bags, and I'm gonna go to my bench today and sit down and relax. So as I said before, all orders that are going to be processed on the first, actually on the second, because I'm moving on the first, to get everybody taken care of, everybody done. Okay? As we usually do, we update everybody on what's going to happen. And the beautiful thing about it, like I said, this workplace accepts cats. Mr. Taco. Taco got a little desk, got a chair, and he got those giant wheels to run in. New scratching post he got ordered, and your food dish quarters are going to be changed too, because he has to eat while he's there. So he has food dish, and he asked me to have, he said the litter unit. He has a litter unit. He has box. We're going to get rid of that, and we're going to get one of the automatics for him. And they're right, Mr. Taco. I'm getting an automatic. You should go get an automatic. You get an automatic, buddy, babe. I'm going to put you in here for a Mr. Boy. Come here, Mr. Freshy Boy. Come here, Mr. Freshy Boy. Okay, for a minute. Just for a minute. Okay, that's what you do. Okay? But behave. Oh, man. Taco. Did we break this? How do you manage to break things? Good thing it has 2 zippers on it. Because you broke that. You gotta go buy another one. Calm down now. Behave yourself. Have any fits? You need to have any fits while you're in there. Calm it down. Don't get it where he gets upset. guess they can use this for something. I don't know what they're gonna use it for, but nice little netting. Use it for maybe. That chair is broken down. That chair comes apart in pieces, but not yet from that one. This is wires and cables, which I want to do everything. I'm going to do another sweep down through here. What you doing? You hiding in it? Like, Whew, man. All right, you can come out now. Broke your zipper. All right, people. Well, I had to go pick up my trash bags and stuff, and get the rest of everything bagged up on this other side over here, and to get some from my office, I'm going to go into LegalZoom, put in passwords and such, so I can go access their internet over there. I'm going to LegalZoom and start ordering all my paperwork, get all that done. And then after we have the official company's name and all that locked in, My business cards have to be made ahead of time. Get all that done. Business cards, brochures, T-shirts, all that stuff. I'm gonna need. Have that all done. And then in between that time when that's done, I can start working on my office. I just ordered my table and L-shaped glass table and some other stuff I'm working on. And my chairs and everything I need in there, bookcases and stuff like that for work. I'm probably gonna take a day off instead at the home front. I'm definitely gonna do. That being said, like I said, tomorrow I will not be doing a video. I said we're going to do it a day, but I'm trying to do as many as I can because we're not going to do live streams anymore. That's all. And I've said before in the past, but we can't do it there. I can't run the risk of these idiots invading my privacy and basically trying to destroy what we're trying to build. So like I said, I have to work in two different sections of this. Build our company, and on top of that, prosecute these people at the end of the day. Because, you know, when you get to a point where we can't even show you where we're going, what we're doing at the end of the day, because we got people that are stalking us on that level, yeah, we have to get police involved, FBI, whatever we have to do at the end of the day, get these people in front of a judge, get them locked up. Because, you know, that's what they deserve. So, yeah, we'll get it all done. We'll definitely get it done. All right, well, I got to go. Got things to take care of and things to do. Got to go. Thank you, and God bless.